Have you ever wondered what Earth might look like 100 years from now, or even 1,000 years into the future? Do you think by that time humans would still be up, or maybe a new apex species would surface? Will our technology evolve to the point where it blurs the line between humanity and godhood, or will we simply face annihilation from an apocalyptic event? For instance, what if our sea levels suddenly rose by an alarming rate, completely covering up 99% of our world, and inevitably forcing us to live on ships and other naval vessels? To top it off, marine life rapidly evolves into monstrous creatures that rule this new vast blue world. Welcome to the world of Leviathan. Leviathan, also known as Deep Sea Water, is a Korean post-apocalyptic manhwa authored by Lee Kyun-tak and illustrated by Nomi Young. Series, published under 2mix, has a total of 214 chapters and is currently completed. Our story begins with Bota, a young boy living on a boat with his father Taeyeon Ma and younger sister Lita. They traverse a world reminiscent of Waterworld, scavenging for useful items and food from the remnants of human civilization now submerged underwater. However, the vast ocean is not just perilous because of the water itself. It's the terrifying sea monsters that prowl at night that pose the greatest threat. These creatures force Bota and his family to hide below deck for safety every night. Everything seems to be going normal until one day they happen to encounter a powerful sea monster in which Taeyeon Ma sacrificed himself to save his children. Bota and Lita are then rescued by Kana later on, a friend of their father, who takes them to Union Busan, a massive ship where humanity now resides. This marks the beginning of the siblings' adventure in this new world. The world building and lore in Leviathan are nothing short of amazing. The all-ocean setting has drastically altered human life, from their comfortable swimming clothing to their weapons which now resemble harpoons. The constant sense of peril and isolation is palpable, with danger lurking at every corner of the vast ocean. The themes of the show is always enhanced and emphasized through small things like this. One of the standout features of this series is the mutated sea monsters, particularly the 7 devils of the sea. While these sea monsters already evoke feeling of horror and disgust from their appearances and sizes, what really strikes genuine fear is the behavior and thinking of the monsters itself. These sea monsters are not your average apocalyptic mindless fodder. They are highly intelligent and cunning, capable of luring humans into traps. Each devil has a unique behavior and hunting style, adding layers of terror and intrigue to the story. For instance, in the first chapter, Bota and his family are deceived by Kentrasi, one of the 7 devils who shapeshifts its tentacle into a human form to lure them. The rise of new occupations in this new aquatic world is another fascinating aspect. One of the jobs that became prevalent in this new world is being a diver. Divers search the seas for ancient inheritances, powerful technologically advanced items from the past civilization. Another job is harpoonist, like Bota's father and later Bota himself. They basically act as the military, protecting people from the sea monsters. Social class dynamics are still very much a part of society. Even in this post-apocalyptic world, the people in Union Busan use lugnuts as currency, reflecting the adaptation of all technologies for new purposes. However, the stratification of society is starkly visible. The upper decks where the rich reside are lavish and well-maintained, while the lower decks home to common people are rusted and impoverished. This disparity highlights the apathy of the wealthy towards the suffering of the common people. Furthermore, they are even the driving force for the lower deck people's misery, in order for them to continue living their life regally, emphasizing that while sea monsters are dangerous, human cruelty can be far worse. Refugees who do not live inside Union Busan but sail alongside it are treated horribly as if they have no human rights. They live in constant peril with a high mortality rate due to the lack of protection from the main ship. This highlights a world where humanity's darker traits persist despite the catastrophic changes in their environment. Another example of this are the harpoonists. In the early chapters, we see as there are actually harpoonists that are corrupt and willfully uses their power to abuse the people in the lower decks. The people who were meant to protect them are the main perpetrators themselves. Sound familiar? Bota's growth starts somewhat slow but picks up the pace as he adventures into the world and after being rescued. He is a child who has only known a handful of people, ever wondering if others are out there. We see the world and immerse through it from a child's lenses as Bota revels in the new experiences and attempts of integrating himself and his sister in Union Busan. Through Bota's eyes, we see and immerse ourselves in the world, witnessing humanity's adaptation to life on a ship, their jobs, culture, mentality, currency, and societal structure. Bota's character development is compelling as he stays true to himself while growing stronger. Throughout the series, we see as he explores his identity, rediscovering his heritage from both his parents, Kayonma, the legendary harpoonist who killed the Sea Devil, and Narisa, a scion of a powerful company within Union Busan. Another character worth mentioning is Kana, the one who saved them. I love her as a character not only because she's, well, super hot, but because she's not a character that's purely meant as an eye candy. She offers good depth with her struggles and PTSD against the sea monsters, and her role as a mentor for Bota. Also, she's a badass who wields two swords. She's super cool, basically. Rita, Bota's younger sister, is another significant character. She is not just there to be protected, as she is brave and rises to the challenges when necessary. She is not a damsel in distress. Her bright and cheerful attitude in the face of danger provides hope and determination to many they encounter. The world is alive as I find myself even liking the minor characters for the manhwa. In fact, one of my favorite characters in the series is the public servant who helped Bota and Lita at the early chapters to get accustomed in Union Busan. He presents himself as snarky and snobbish, but deep inside has a good heart and a soft spot for the children. This nuanced portrayal of secondary characters adds so much flavor and depth to the whole narrative. The art style of the manhwa is spectacular. It has a lot of stunning visuals and the manhwa does not shy away from blood. The use of gore is effective, heightening the sense of danger and desperation. However, the early chapters fanservice can be off-putting to some readers, although it decreases as the story progresses. Overall, I give this manhwa 2.4 over 3 stars. I love Leviathan. If you loved Attack on Titan, then this might be the manhwa for you. The pacing of the story is good and the plot always left me intrigued about the origins of the sea monsters. All the characters are superb, even the villains, as they generally made me feel anger, especially the people in Upper Deck who doesn't even bat an eye to the struggles of normal people. Overall, I like it. Anyway, that's about it. See ya.